their vicious cycle. Okay? In this lesson, the focus will be on first aid. So today, we will be talking about first aid. That is the immediate care given to a person who is injured or suddenly becomes ill. You know, things happen that we don't expect. And when that happens, in medicine we say time is everything. Time is everything. How quickly, how urgently you get the person stabilized and get them to where they need to receive care makes a world of difference. That will determine whether they will survive or die. Okay? All right? In many emergencies, quick action to assist the victim can mean the difference between life and death or permanent injury. And so, this is a very important thing for each and every one of you to know, because your presence in a situation can make a difference whether that patient or that person is going to survive or not survive. Knowing what to do and not to do it while reacting quickly. Knowing what to do and to do it while reacting quickly and calmly will enable a person to provide the best care for a person in need. And so, with all this information that you have acquired in the last 3 weeks, it gives you a measure of confidence that you know what steps that you could take to help save somebody's life. Okay? The outline is preparing for emergencies, record, supplies, safeguarding the environment, and all that. Let's go. I have a lot of slides to go through. So, preparing for emergency. Okay? It says accidents or sudden illnesses happen so quickly that it is hard for us to imagine how we can prepare for such events. These are unexpected events. They just drop in your laps. And now, what are you supposed to do? The word emergency is defined as the unforeseen combination of circumstances that requires immediate action. You must know that. The situation that you're dealing with requires immediate action. Because unforeseen situations do happen, it is important that each family member have a health identification record. Okay? The record is most useful if it is kept on a small folder, a card, and a carrier with the driver's license or other identification papers. In the US, there are bracelets that you could wear that will tell anybody that encounters you in an emergency what your likely health conditions are. Okay? I don't know if we have such things here in Africa. And so, health records should include the immunization, summary of major health problems, okay, and treatments and operations that this patient has ever undergone. And so, in the US, somebody that has diabetes or has hypertension will have a diabetes bracelet or a high blood pressure bracelet that will, help anybody.
I'm looking at yours.
No, these are not those. I don't have those. And so that will help to identify what the health issues that whoever that encounters that person is addressing. Okay, let's go. All right? It's always good to assemble the things you might need in case of an injury. Preparation is the key. Being prepared in every situation and in every circumstances is the key. When the injury happens, it's not the time to start running helter-skelter. But if you make preparations, you are better prepared to deal with the situation that you are dealing with. Okay? So keep these items together in a container well out of the reach of children. The following first aid suggestions are, some of them to keep readily available are bandages, bandage materials. It could be the adhesive type, elastic bandages, clothes, scissors, tweezers, thermometers, and flashlights. Antiseptic solutions, pain medicine like aspirin and acetaminophen, Ipecac syrup used to induce vomiting, hydrogen peroxide, lotions, and snake bite kits. Do we have snakes here?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And so, if in a poisonous snake area, you must have a snake bite kit. Okay? Soap, preferably liquid soap. Let's go. Safeguarding the environment. To prevent accident and injury, the home environment must be safe. Okay? Especially when children are involved. Check your home to see if some of the following suggestions needs attention. Children do not understand what is dangerous and are prone to drink or eat anything, no matter how bad it may taste. Okay? So be sure that the following items are tightly capped or put away where a child cannot reach them. Okay? Chemicals like cleaners, disinfectant, kerosene, gasoline, corrosive materials like lye, drain, cleaners, paints, paintiners, and insecticides. All types of medicine, vitamin tablets, and all tonics must be kept in such a place that children do not have access to them. Matches, cigarettes, lighters, kerosene lantern, knives, and all types of sharp tools and objects must be kept in such a place that children do not have access to them. Plastic bags and plastic sheeting. Children may put this over their heads and they suffocate. Home safety kits can be purchased to cover power outlets, lock cabinets, and safeguard other potential dangerous areas. It is also wise to teach children about the danger of everyday items. Okay? And so, prevention is always better than cure. Let's go. It is very important to make regular safety checks around the home and at your workplace. Look around and try to identify anything that could fall, especially if you're working in pick and pay, where things are stacked. It's very, very important that people be aware of their surroundings and avoid anything that could be avoided. The following are some or more safety suggestions. You discard everything that you're not using, like in terms of medicine. You flush them down the toilet, and some way no one can pick them up. Make sure that it's not available for children to pick and put in their mouth. Do not allow rags, clothes, papers to lie in piles for a long period of time, because this can cause flies and other insects and rodents to start, making their home around it. Okay? Also, burns are some of the most common wounds that could happen to anybody. Burn injuries. Keep children away from these fires like lantern and hot pots and other items. Okay? Farmers who handle hoes, cut grasses with machetes, or walk with bare feet should be knowledgeable in treating wounds and bites. Okay? Respiratory emergencies. Various problems can cause a person to stop breathing. Okay? The most common emergencies are drowning, electric shock, and cardiac arrest, heart attack. For some cases, it is possible to artificially breathe for an individual. Yes, that you can do, and it's called resuscitation, and we'll talk about it. Medications that specially trained people can use in cardiopulmonary resuscitation, called CPR. Anybody heard about the CPR?
Yes, CPR, is it that
Breathing for somebody, pressing on their chest.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. The techniques of temporary use and how you can do this. Okay? And so this will not be a discourse because it requires special training and regular refreshers course. All right. Who can tell me how many minutes you can be without breathing? How many? So, when somebody stops to breathe, it's an emergency. And you need to you need to do something for them within 4 minutes. Okay? You need to do something immediately. And fast. Because you have only 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, if nothing is done, what's going to happen? Correct. Then what happens?
You cry.
In 4 minutes, if you don't have oxygen going to your brain will be dead. Even though your heart may be beating. But once you suffer what we call a brain death, you're finished. Okay? And so that's why it is critically important to get somebody to start breathing as quickly as possible. Because your brain, all our brain needs oxygen. Okay? And that is the most easily damaged one when there is no oxygen circulating. No. And in medicine we call it brain death. You could actually keep the person's heart beating. You could breathe for the person mechanically, but once the brain is dead, the family will have to make a decision whether they have to pull off the life support system at that point. Okay? So 4 minutes is a very critical, important window for us to make sure that we establish a patient to start breathing again. Okay? Okay? And so, this is how you can do it. It's called mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. This is how you can do it. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation or artificial respiration is a technique that creates artificial breathing for a victim until normal breathing is restored or until a professional care is reached. Okay? God forbid you are in your community and somebody stops breathing.